thanks for joining me. I just got back from Vegas yesterday and I wanted to do a quick Vegas makeup haul. So I went there just on vacation with my friends, and I actually took a MAC class while I was there because it just so happened that, you know, like in March, April, May, they have a lot of those master classes. I am a pro member, so I decided to take the Red Carpet Beauty. When I was there, I'm actually going to be taking another one next week in Atlanta here, which is the whole no makeup look. So the one from last week, if you guys are familiar with how MAC works, it's that once you pay for your class, it's $100 usually, and you get a $100 gift card to buy whatever you want. So a lot of the stuff that I got is MAC due to that reason. So I wanted to show you guys what I bought. So my first thing that I bought was a Mineralized Satin Finish SPF 15 foundation in the shade NC42. This foundation is actually the second foundation that I got for my makeup kit. First, when I first started to do makeup, I got a lot of face and bodies. Those were awesome. And then I had like a random, I think it was an NW35 foundation in my kit, and it was the satin finish. And I remember how much I love that foundation. Before I started to do airbrush, that was probably the only one that I used that much because it somehow, because of the sheer coverage of this foundation, the luminous effect that it gives you, it worked on all different skin tones alike. I used to use that for people who were a lot lighter, a lot darker, and it would still work just so long as the person had good skin, you know, because then you weren't relying on this for skin problems, but you were relying on it just for a little bit of color. And so I love that foundation then, and then I lost it like a year after getting it, and I don't know where it went, so I never ended up buying it over again. Then I invested in like Makeup Forever HD foundation, some Graftobian palettes, and then of course airbrush. So I stopped really using a lot of normal foundations per se, so I decided to go ahead and get this one. It is my skin color NC42, but I also got this just because I know how much I loved it in the kit. I know what a luminous effect it gave my clients, so I thought I would go ahead and replace that long lost one. So that's why I got this one. And I haven't tried this out yet, but I'm sure it's going to be great. Then for MAC, I remember a while ago I was eyeing this eyeliner. This is a super slick eyeliner. It's a green color, and it's the color Treat Me Nice. And this is what it looks like. I was eyeing this here at the Atlanta MAC store, and they were out of it, so I wasn't able to get it then. But then they had this at the Pro Store in Vegas, so that's why I picked that up. And then what I have been reading a lot about is the new Mineralized concealers. This is NW35, so it's what I'm wearing under my eyes today. And it's a shade that I usually wear under my eyes anyway. If you guys have been watching my videos and my tutorials especially, then you know that I love the NW35 Pro Longwear Concealer. It has been my favorite for so long. But I decided to go ahead and give this one a try. This is nice. One, I really like the shape of the bottle with the top being smaller, being bigger than the bottom. And it doesn't have a doe foot applicator, which is nice. It has like one of these little other one things. I don't know what they're called, but that's probably the first thing that drew me into here because I'm not a huge fan of doe foot applicators. So finally, MAC decided to make something that didn't have one. And it's the same shade that I always use, just a little bit of a different finish. It's a little bit more luminous. And the makeup artist at that class who was teaching it said that he loves this one also. It's what he used in his model, and it looked so pretty. So I decided to pick that up. Then I got a few eyeshadows that were just neutrals. This is also for my kit. I got the color Kid, which is that shade of brown, like a mid-tone brown, I'd say. And this is Motif. It is like a yellowish color. It's almost kind of like Gold Mine and Expensive Pink mixed in together. And then this is Cork. This is a great eyebrow color also for people with a little bit of of lighter eyebrows than my shade, like a little bit more of a lighter brown or even a darker blonde. And then the thing that I also got from MAC is a sculpting powder. This is called Light Sweep. And just to let you guys know, it's not that you need to get something called a sculpting powder to sculpt your face. You can sculpt your face with bronzer, with darker foundations, however you want to do it. But the reason I got it is because what I usually use to highlight my face is this Graftobian palette right here. But if you guys notice, it doesn't have something, I use this like under my eyes and stuff like that, but it doesn't have anything that's a little bit darker than this, but lighter than this, which is my skin color to sculpt. So this is kind of in between that color. So this would be a great thing to manage to highlight my face and my cheekbones and stuff if I didn't want as much of a brighter highlight, like something more natural where there's not any shimmer involved. So that's why I got that. They also, well, I had written down a different lip pencil. I was going to get Oak, but she somehow put Hodgepodge in my kit, so I'm going to return that. Then, of course, I stopped by Sephora, and I bought some things there. One, the NARS Tinted Moisturizer. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about this. I've been tweeting about it to ask what you guys thought. and most people seem to adore this. So I got this to try it out. I'm wearing this on my face right now. I'm going to see how it stands the test of my day, I guess, because I did notice it's a little bit darker than my real skin color. This is in the color Annapurna. It's medium too, but it's a little too dark, and the color before this was a little too light. So I wouldn't say I'm super impressed with the shade range, because I do think they needed a little bit more lighter colors, because Annapurna Up, they've got darker colors, which obviously isn't going to suit me since this color itself is too dark, but if you compare it to my face, it almost looks like it's the correct color, like, or even my neck, but it's a little bit darker than you would think. So I'm going to see how that stands the test of time with me. And then I got this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. This is in color El Dorado. A really pretty gold color right here. I actually got this because Mario talked a lot about this in his makeup class, so that, you know, golds look really pretty on the waterline on the inside of the eye, and a little bit on the outer side also, and it looks good on darker skin color. So I got that. I'm actually wearing this right now too. I don't know if you guys can tell. So I got this, and I got a backup of my larger than life long wearing eyeliner from NARS in Rue Bonaparte. I also wanted to get one for my kit, so I'm probably going to keep this in my kit and continue using the one that I have. I'm really preferring flesh tone eyeliners over the white colors because it looks a little bit more natural. Then the last thing that I picked up from Sephora is the Murad Skin Perfecting Lotion. This is an interesting story because my sister has been using this for probably about 6 months and she loves it. I ran out of my normal Neutrogena face cleanser probably like 3 months ago, and I was so lazy to go and get it, so I have just been getting random samples of moisturizers from Sephora. And this happened to be the one that I picked up after my sister told me about it, and I really liked it. I took it to New York also when I had those burns and stuff, and that was really moisturizing for me. But me, being the crazy person that I am, I never, like, with makeup and stuff, I'm not a creature of habit. For some reason, I will just keep using different things all the time to create the same look. I don't really know why. And same thing with skincare. So I decided to go to Walmart and I got some other Neutrogena moisturizer because the one that I wanted wasn't even there in stock. So I got something else that was way too oily for me. I used a few different ones. And then again, I went to Sephora and I got another sample of this. I just couldn't justify spending $33 on a moisturizer. And I know I should because skincare is probably more important than makeup. But I don't know, I just didn't want to do that. So I got a sample, took that to Vegas, loved it. And then finally when I was there, I was like, you know, I'm on vacation. I might as well buy whatever I want to buy. So I ended up buying this from there and I just love this. It's such a good moisturizer. I'll probably do a full out review on this in a little bit later once I've used it more regularly for a longer period of time, because though I've been using this since January, it hasn't been very regular. It's been like when I got that first sample, I used it for about 2 weeks, then it got over, tried different things out, went back to Vegas, got another sample, all that crap. So I haven't really used this regularly, so I don't want to give you a full out review on this, but I will very soon. So that is my Vegas haul. I didn't get too much makeup. I told myself I'm not going to. I got clothes and stuff like that. If you guys want to see that, let me know and I will do another Vegas haul on my shopping for clothes and things aside from makeup from there. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, post down below and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Bye!